Hello everybody and welcome back to Auora 4X. I am Siberian and I will be your captain today. So yesterday we finished off our queues and today what we are doing is we are going to be sorting out and enhancing the obsolete ones, our Enterprise class exploration ship. So I'm going to see about giving it maybe a little bit more speed, but most of all giving it a little more survivability, as 4 layers of armor has and 3,000 kilometers has proven insufficient. So first things first, we're going to copy the design. Now, we've got a 16K jump drive. We also have a 25K jump drive, which we're probably going to have to swap into. But first things first, let's get some new armor. There we go. Next, maintenance storage. Oh yeah, maintenance storage, of course. So first things first, we are going to, I believe that's the best. Yeah, we'll obsolete this, that. Okay. So first things first, we're going to get, going to swap out the thermal sensor. There we go. And we are going to add a few Q systems. But you'll notice that our Phalanx twin Gauss turret is 800 tons. The Q's 250 is 400. That's 885 actually. So with the Q's, so this is firing 8 shots. Actually, I'll pull it up. I'll open it up. So you can see the Phalanx twin is firing 1/8, and the Q's is firing 1/8. They both have the same tracking speed, and they both have the same range. However, the Q's has a 50% chance to hit modifier, right, compared to the Phalanx. But a Phalanx is 885, the Q's is 400. So we can fit 2 Q's to get the same overall hit rate and still save 85 tons, which is pretty cool. So we're going to get 4 Q systems. There we go. Now, let's go have a look at engines, give it a little bit more speed. So our commercial engine uses 4% fuel, but we also have a 0.2, our high efficiency engine. So if we put that in, we get 4,200 kilometers a second speed and 92.8 billion at 20% fuel use. So our efficiency is a lot worse. So down from 527 billion kilometers. Oops, I removed the wrong thing, didn't I? I removed the jump drive. Down to 92. So we are losing 3/4 of our range. That could be a lot better, but we do have a lot less tonnage. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a second one of these for a substantial speed boost. I'm going to upgrade to a 25K jump drive, and I'm just going to add more fuel. I'm just going to add a very large fuel tank. "200 billion kilometers." It's substantially faster, so it should still have a reasonable range. All right. How are we doing? Maintenance life is next. Okay, so we're going to put an engineering space, get it up to 2 years. No, that's not really adding that much. So we're going to reduce that down and another maintenance storage bay. And that's not working either. We might just have to make them shorter range exploration craft. Okay. So 2 years. That means we can cut this down to 24. Right out. We will remove 2.1. There we go. And now we're doing 5.4 Ks a second. Is that actually fast enough for our to avoid these things? Well, they're doing 56, 56, 56. If we can get up to 6,000, we'll be safe from most precursor ships. So let's add one more. Okay. We're still doing just under 200 billion kilometers. And what I'm thinking is we need to shave off 750 tons. No, we can probably ditch the thermal sensor entirely. But that's not very much tonnage at all. That's alright, but we still need a few more engineering spaces to get the maintenance life back up to 2 years. No, that's too. I think this might have to do. Yep, that'll do. So we got a jump drive, and we are jump capable. Excellent. We have 2 years maintenance life. We have 7,400 kilometers a second speed. We have almost 200 billion kilometers of range, so not quite as good as the old Enterprise, and we're also burning a substantial amount of fuel as well. But it is a lot more survivable. We do have an alternative, though. We're going to rename this one Enterprise Easy Mode. We do have an alternative. What we can do is we could potentially give it a carrier, a fighter bay, and design a fighter that it can carry with it. So instead of making the Enterprise faster, we can give it a little bit of firepower by giving it a escort ship. So we'll add that, and we'll go down to here. We're going to add hangar deck, put a second commercial engine, and upgrade to the new magnetic fusion as well while we're at it. Okay, so a third engine. And we are going to, do we have 1,000 tons? 2,000 tons, okay. We're going to add ECM3, make it a little bit harder to kill. We still need to improve, or to hit, specifically. We'll still need to improve that, and we are, of course, going to add our 4Q systems. Finally, we will add our 25K jump drive. Okay. So how do they compare right now? Okay, so with the original, we are a little bit faster. Oh, wait, we also need maintenance. We still have 317 billion kilometers range as well. And 387, 317, that's pretty good. So we only lose a little bit of range because although we are heavier, we're also faster as well. So we'll lose a tiny little bit of range. We have our Qs. Shields, maybe? Yeah, let's put a little bit of shield on there. There. No, no shields. We don't need shields right now. Okay. But that also means, because we're not bringing magazines, that also means that we need a fighter to go with this. So both of these have 2 years. We'll drop this down to 24. We'll need a second hearing space for this one. There we go. Okay, so we have ourselves a fighter-based enterprise. But that means we need a fighter. So we'll take pattern. Actually, we have a prototype interceptor here. Perfect. So we're going to strip everything out. Okay. And we're going to set it as a new armor. There we go. Okay. So what do we need? We need, first of all, an engine. And we have our 300 EP fighter drive. We are going to need fighter engineering spaces. One will pretty much always be enough. Next, we need a laser. Now, we could use fax, or we can use actual weaponry. What I'm thinking is we'll need a beam fire control, a fighter-based fire control. I just want to check something real quick. If we put this thing on, okay, so a FAC is not counted as a fighter. Okay. So a fighter-based one automatically applies a 4x multiplier, which is extremely useful. So we will use 4x the range, so we can use get a full laser range. And for our speed, we'll use a 1.5. So 150 tons fire control is a little bit iffy, but we need that tracking speed there. No, we don't. Because they're not going to be aiming at missiles. They're going to be aiming at target ships, and they're not going to be going any faster than 12,000. So we'll use this 50-ton fire control, much better. Okay. So we have a fire control. We need to research it, but we have a fire control. That means we need a laser. So we've got 217 tons. The fire control is going to be 50 tons. So that's 267. We need a little bit of fuel. There we go. Tiny amount of fuel. So no, that's fine. We can't really afford the 50 tons. Okay, so 227 tons. Fire control is going to be 50, so that's going to be 277 tons. So what can we put? Well, this spinal laser is out of the question. It's 400 tons. we don't have enough tonnage. But this one is also not really practical. So we're going to have to go and design ourselves some lasers to go with this fighter. Alternatively, we could use railguns. So a railgun deals less damage per shot, but we're going to have 4 fighters, right? 4 fighters. There is an alternative option. There's an alternative option, and we'll cover it in a second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get some specific technologies. We'll cancel the soft X-ray for now. I'm going to get our small size lasers. I get the reduced laser size. There we go. And once we get a few more of these, then we'll work on the Enterprise fighter some more. The shuttlecraft. Okay. We're definitely going to need the capacitor recharge rates as well, so we'll leave those. Electronic countermeasures, proof damage control. We're going to take 5 from there, give them to him. Take 5 from there, give them to him. Good. We'll need these very, very quickly. And now we also have. We don't have any missile kinetic scientists working right now. But we're not doing railguns at the second anyway. So that's fine. Okay. Let's keep going. Got some technologies to research. All right. Just realized something. Rockhampton, where is Marathon? It's in Darwin. Hold on. Marathon's all the way in Darwin. Okay, Shallow has Prespa. They're in Rockhampton. Um, how did it get there so fast? That's weird. Okay. Refuel, fuel target fleet, and then join them. Yeah, for now, leave them as they are. Oh well. Um, we're actually just gonna have to fuel equalize. Okay. Going. Yeah, it's gonna keep complaining for a while. Okay. And we expected that refueling all of it wouldn't be possible. But I would have expected more fuel than that. I think something just bugged out. Unless this hasn't updated properly. Marathon did have 99% fuel, didn't it? Yeah. What the hell happened to all the fuel? I'm gonna have to check the the recording, but I think that the refuel target fleet command just dumped all of our fuel overboard because we know that the Arunta 25K has enough fuel to refuel almost the entire fleet from empty, right? Or at least with these guys empty, it has enough fuel to refuel all of them. At the very least, to get them up to combat ready. We know it because in the last episode we refueled our fleet right before combat from 0 to like 80 percentage, right? And now Marathon has dropped to 10, from 98, 99% to 10%, but these are all still sitting at 16, which is what we had them at when we equalized the fuel. So I'm gonna have to check the recording, but I'm fairly sure that the refuel target fleet command is broken. Well, that's annoying. Okay, I'm just gonna have to fix that. You know what? Let's find out for sure. Let's check. Let's check. Let's test this. Let's test this. So Marathon, we're gonna detach you, and then we are going to do an SM refuel. Okay, where are you? There you are. So 100%, and now we will refuel target fleet. And we know that shell water is 16% each. Okay. All right. So marathon down to 10%. Shell water 53%. Okay. This time I did it. Why didn't do it last time? I don't know. That's just bizarre. Maybe it's because we told it to join the fleet at the same instant. I don't know. All right. Whatever the reason is, it didn't refuel at that time, but we did refuel the second time. So I don't know. Load ordnance and overhaul. How are we doing on research? Gonna take a while. End of the year for half-size lasers. Get some maintenance, but that's fine. Plenty of maintenance supplies on those explorers. New jump point found. Another jump point found. There's more. Automated mine on cans. How many more things do we actually have on cans? 188. Yeah, that's fine. Fuel is running low again, but how far off are they? Shouldn't be very far. 2 days. Yeah, that'll be fun. We'll get a order complete message in a moment. Or a overhaul attempt failure message, as the case may be. That's fine. We've still got to burn through our AMM1 and Arrow E stockpiles. But you know what? We have flechettes. We're going to scrap the AMM1E ones. And these bullets are broken, so we'll scrap those too. Arrow E's are still functional, and they serve well against precursors, so we'll keep those. We won't waste those. We won't scrap those, but we really needed to upgrade the AMMs because at the moment our AMM1s are pathetic. Okay. Actually, we need to wait. Something just fell. We need to cut down on maintenance because we're paying for our warships again. So we'll go ahead and dock um, our missile boats. We will take our ships. There we go. And fleet base. I don't know. Probably not. That's fine. We'll let them finish their overhaul first. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we'll need to break off the ones that are uh, undocked at the moment. I'm just going to have to tell them to dock manually. So, Bat, Osprey, Ostrich, Owl, Pixie, Shin, Unicorn, Werewolf, African Beagle, and Warramunga. We'll split you off, and then we'll land and assign. Okay. Now we're not paying the maintenance fees. And once again, do make sure that you don't dock your carriers while they have fighters in them to another ship, because the fighters will disappear into the ether. I'm making good headway on our half-size laser. Okay, Explorer 1 is finished. Do a grav survey. Mine is finished, and we have an extra research lab from our transports. So we'll go for the capacitor recharge rate because we need to get that out. That's actually not that far. Do we have something lined up? No, I don't think we do. Let's go for... go for this. Do that up. Okay. So we'll put a cut in the episode now, as we're running out of time, and in the next episode we'll continue getting those technologies, so that we can get the other class of fighter, because we've got two classes of fighters, or at least laser fighters. You have the pew pew fighter and the well, not really sure what to call it. The closest I've got is the FYC fighter type of fighter. Um, FYC, of course, standing for fuck your couch. But and I'll explain why later, in case you can't figure it out. Anyway, we'll put a code in the episode, and once we get those technologies, we'll well, I'll show you how. So in the meantime, like, subscribe down below, and see you in the next episode.